Hello there, YouTube, and welcome back to another VOD review. Today we have Saravale. They are a Gold 3 Juno, and their comments for this VOD are, I think I did fairly well in this game. Was caught out of position fairly often, but I tried to keep the tank alive. Alrighty, let's dive in and see how this game goes. I like that you're staying out of the enemy's LOS. Very good kill on that Pharah. I love the off-angling here in comparison to your tank. And it will also keep you out of the spam that the enemy team will try to throw down that corridor. If you move to slightly off angle and still support your tank, that's always a big plus. I do like that you're paying special, super close attention to your break, because the enemy team does have Pharmacy. It's going to be a little bit harder for her to be able to do much with Pharah being as oppressive as she is against Brig. What is that Lucio doing? Just let him be. Let him be. Just heal your team. If he wants to go outside and waste time not supporting his team, you can spend that time backing up your team, because they're going to be one man down. So whenever you guys see that, just let them troll. Just go tend to your team. But it's okay. We're coming back. We try again. Same thing. Just ignore him. Ignore the Lucio. He's not speed boosting his team in or healing them. Just let him be. Go secure this kill on this Orisa with your tank. Oh, I would say another use for Ring that you could do is you can speed your team coming back into the fight, or at the beginning of the game you can speed them into the fight. Also, I am so sorry about the background noise. Today is Christmas Day and everyone in my neighborhood is popping off fireworks, so I apologize for that. But I would say whenever you have someone like a Rhine or maybe a Zarya, Junker Queen, stuff like that, you want to put the speed ring in between where they want to be or where you want them to be. So if you want your tank to back up but they're face to face with the enemy tank, if you see the entire enemy team coming in to rush them, you can tell your tank like, hey, let's back up. Our team has lost one. Let's push back onto point to make them walk in and kind of funnel the enemy team through one doorway instead of putting it in front of them, because a lot of tanks oftentimes will see that ring in front of them and they'll just go, oh, push in, go crazy, even though we have one person down. And as you can see your health, you're at 29 HP in a dream. So always try to communicate with your tank like, oh, we should definitely push up, we got one pick or two picks. Or if you guys are one down, always let them know, like, we need to back up right now. We have one support down. I'm the only thing you've got, and I'm at 29 HP, so good luck with that fight if you do decide to push forward. It's really, really good to communicate with your tanks if you feel comfortable with it on Juno, because you're kind of sort of directing the tempo of when your tank is going to be aggressive or more defensive for your team. Like there, I would have given my Reinhardt a speed ring and I would have told him, just back up. We have to back up right now. We gotta go. I do like the ult with this fight. I think it was great to help your tank stay up. Oh my gosh, that's Pharah. The way you avoided that ult is actually insane. I think she was trying to get you, but you were just a little bit too speedy there. Oh, yeah, careful of the low door, especially on this map. Alright, perfect. Your other support went bad. They can pretty much take care of themselves, so you won't have to worry about them too much because they have self-healing. They can lamp themselves. So you don't need to babysit them as much. Here, I would completely ignore the Lucio again. He is just wasting time for his team. Yeah, same thing here. I think here, when your tank ults this, because he has just used his shatter, I would have immediately pushed onto point. Because as Juno, you never want to have this dynamic duo. Like, yeah, he's one, but I would have just said, back up here, go cap point, because no one on your team is capping point right now. The point is ticking for the enemy team, and you guys are at 99. I would have just immediately ran to go capture, because I could have healed my Rhine from this position as well as my Ashe, just in case she needs it. Right now she's full HP, she's fine, she's good to go. But instead of going to take this fight, I would have just capped for my team. We would have won this fight. The Lucio is permanently in our backline, just doing air. Just let him be. Let him keep wasting time for his team. He is of no concern to you. But I think here you get a little bit carried away by the Genji, and then you keep backing up and isolating yourself for this Lucio to get the kill instead of pushing forward with your team, staying alive, and helping them capture. Yeah, and as you can see, the Ashe needs a little bit of help. Thankfully, your BAP is able to come back, but I would say for future endeavors, I would have 100% recommended you to just push point. Because I'm pretty sure the Ashe or the Reinhardt could have taken care of that Lucio no problem. Okay, nice. You guys were actually able to stall long enough for this fight, or distract them to be able to capture point. Nice work. I like the speed ring at the start. Always good to speed your team in. As you can see, just for comparison's sake, here you decide to speed your team in, and just looking at where the enemy team is, let's go to free cam here. Your entire team, I think, is basically here. I think everyone's underneath here, but only the Lucio is able to come back and push our team. So you always want to speed your team in so that everyone is able to kind of sit on point and defend point, instead of making your way through a very small room, kind of like this Orisa. Like, I think if the Rhine wouldn't have been distracted by this Lucio, he would have just sat here and maybe forced that Orisa to panic, because she only realistically has one support, which is the Mercy. The Lucio is half dead on point. I like the perks that you used. I like the faster shooting. Because your team is kind of playing together, it's better for you to be able to keep someone up with the faster shooting. It will definitely give you the upper hand to try and get shields back onto your Reinhardt very quickly. instead of the triple jump, because this map doesn't really have a great deal of high ground. I do like the faster shooting perk on this map. Oh, good lamp by your Bab. Oh, always be mindful of your surroundings here. I think the Genji blades behind you, and I'm not really sure if you even notice. That's where he was. Yeah, he just had sights on you. That's unlucky. I would say whenever you can get away with it, if your team is fighting in this corridor, you could always stand up here on the enemy team if no one is diving you. I know the Genji's looking at you now. Or you can heal damage from here, or maybe even here. I know they have Genji, Sombra, and they're both super annoying for Juno to deal with. But if your team is distracting them long enough, it's always good to kind of stay on the high ground and away from them. If your team is managing to distract them long enough. If not, if they keep diving you when you're isolated, always play with your team. Nice, good kill. One super nitpicky thing here, when you kind of put your speed ring down, you kind of move out here, and I would say at any time, the higher you climb, the more tanks will be aggressive. Because honestly, I was fully expecting this Orisa to kind of push you from here and javelin you away from your team, because everyone is kind of sitting at this doorway. I was not expecting her to just kind of sit here. I was fully expecting her to push you, because here it's very difficult for the enemy team to see her. So if she wanted to, if she was a lot more aggressive, she would have definitely pushed you out here, or at least tried to bait you to kind of isolate herself from the enemy team, because she has a lot of natural cover and your DPS can't, or Bab can't really see her here. Also, another thing I noticed is I think you panic a lot with the little faster shooting perk. Here, you're kind of using it, but there's no one here. So always be mindful of things like this. Like the faster shooting, you could either use it for healing up your tank very quickly, if your other support is maybe healing the DPS, or if you notice that the enemy tank has a lot of shields and you want to melt the shields quickly for your tank to take action and have the upper hand of shields being melted away. I would say save the faster shooting for those instances. Whenever she comes back into view, use it and try and help your tank melt her shield so that your tank can just go in, swing maybe 3-4 times and get her out of the fight, or use it to heal Rhine up whenever he does get javelined back and away from her, to get him back into the fight. Yeah, like there, you saw how quickly her shields went away. Try and use it for those instances where you want shields to just be melted and taken care of for your tank. You always want to give your tank the upper hand of, okay, shields are gone, go crazy, do your thing. Yep, perfect. Yeah, see there, the shields were immediately melted. I think she was forced to back out of point because her shields are immediately gone. Yeah, there you go. Your tank was able to win that fight because her shields were gone. Okay, let's see. Are you guys gonna... Okay, perfect. I'm glad you didn't go coast, especially with that Lucio. Okay, let me back it up a little bit. Here, I think you get a little bit panicked of, oh no, my tank is taking a lot of damage. I would say definitely wait to push in with your Brig and Ashe. Like, even if your diva is taking a lot of damage, you want to let Brig take that initial damage of the Sombra, maybe hacking her instead of you. Juno is a very squishy support because you can only either hit your shots, like only headshots. If you have aim like that, go crazy, pop off, you know, do your thing. But if you don't have that sort of aim, all you can do is fly away. And as you can see, the Sombra is immediately going to hack you. That way she can do more damage with her shots or her virus. So always try and use your Brig as your second Reinhardt or your second tank. That Brig should be holding your hand throughout that game and being like, I know there's a Sombra. I got you, Pookie. I will protect you until I die. So here I would have said, okay, Diva has Matrix, or if she doesn't have Matrix because the Sombra just some way somehow decided to hack her, you could always speed her out and heal her with Brig, but Brig should be taking that initiative of always stunning the Sombra, booping her back, being that extra layer of protection for you as the main support technically in this matchup. So yeah, you definitely don't want to be hacked first. You want to let the Brig kind of deal with the Sombra and be the scary guard dog for you as Juno. And also here, you never want to be in this position where you're right next to the tank. You, like, as you can see here, your Brig is immediately recognizing, I need to get this Sombra off of my team's back, so I'm gonna go fight her, or I'm gonna force her to back out of this position. But here you're way too close to the tank and you're kind of putting yourself in harm's way. Like, yeah, your tank is taking damage because I think the Orisa is fighting her, but the Genji immediately goes, oh, there's a nice little support here that's just 3 feet away from the tank. I have to go kill her, because if the tank doesn't have you, Brig's healing is very limited and there's only so much that the Brig can do to be able to heal and take care of everyone. She only has 3 packs. She has to put herself in harm's way to be able to do anything to inspire and get healing out to your team. So you want to play this very, very safe. And if anybody dives you or is any sort of annoying to you from the enemy team, you want to summon your Pokemon Brig and let her know, hey, this person's bothering me, please handle them, thank you, have a great day. Yeah, here you kind of jump all the way from this left door to out here, and you want to hold hands with your Brig all game so that she could take the major portion of attention away from you so that you can just peacefully heal your team. So always be mindful of that. Brig's healing is very limited. It's, you kind of just want to walk with her, and if you can't, if she's getting distracted or if she dies, you always want to play next to DPS to peel for you if the Brig is not immediately available. Okay, perfect. I think you guys are just waiting for your tank. Yeah, perfect. See, your Brig immediately recognizes the Sombra has to go. Let me get her off everyone's back. Yep, nice job. Good cleanup from your team. And that's how you should do it. Let the Brig handle all the peeling, all the aggression. If anybody wants to dive you, just summon your lovely Brig and let her handle it. Perfect. That was a great push. You're a little bit distracted. I don't know why you went to point here, because your entire team is playing in this little house. I would have loved to see you indoors here next to your Brig, because if you look at your position, let's say that I'm on the enemy team, right? And my Orisa is here, and let's say that I'm a little bit more aggressive, perhaps playing DPS. I could play here and I can get you out of the fight fairly quickly. Because as you can see, you're not using any sort of natural cover. If you were indoors, I have no way of doing any damage. If you look at, maybe you stand here. I can't see you. You can't see me. But in comparison to maybe me being an aggressive DPS, you're done. You're cooked. Your diva is not even looking at me. I can fully dive you and go take you out of the fight. And I think the Orisa does in a few seconds. Yeah. She starts shooting at you, and I think your diva tries to recognize, like, oh, I should cover for you. If anything, if you do want to play here and you want to be more aggressive on Juno, play indoors, like inside this room, because as you can see, the Orisa can't see you. Any sort of dive heavy DPS, more aggressive DPS, can't see you either. And if anything, if you need to rotate and you want to play from this side, you could always play here where you can see your team, but the enemy team can't see you. If anything, let's say that the Sombra does flank from this side and she does want to be aggressive, just immediately fly to your team. Maybe stand here, maybe here, next to your soldier, next to your Brig. You always want to be next to someone on Juno for them to peel for you. Or even behind this pillar. Like, this would have been great cover if you do want to play outside and not immediately next to your team. But here is a big no-no, because the enemy team can clearly see you. They can get you out fairly quickly. And if your diva isn't immediately playing close to you or paying attention to you, you're kind of cooked. I think here you notice, like, oh, the Genji's touching, but you, again, never want to be the first one to go in. I think right now you're almost in front of your tank, and you never want to do that on Juno. You're very squishy, you're a support, you are needed to be alive more than anything. You always want to let your diva go in and take a lot of damage. You heal her back up and call it a day. Yeah, and here you keep isolating yourself, because I think the Genji definitely marked you, and the Sombra is always going to be next to whatever sort of dive that they're going for. I think your Brig is trying to peel for you here, but it's too late. She's nowhere near to where she can heal you. Now, if you were playing from maybe out here, that would have been a different story. Like I said, you could play from this angle and still heal your team, but also not be able to see the enemy team so that they can dive you and do a bunch of damage to you. Ooh, I didn't think that the hack was gonna wear out. Yeah, always be careful playing on this map with a Sombra because she can disable your flight as Juno, and she can hack you over the little gap and you'll just fall right through. Okay, I think you're waiting here for your team to push as a full 5. Okay, perfect. No one's going coast. Okay, here, I think you get a little bit distracted because I can clearly see the Sombra teleport here. You see that? That little flash? That's her teleport coming in. So she's either gonna land here or she's gonna land somewhere behind the team, and you can even hear her start her hack. Here, I would immediately tend to my diva, and then here, when I see her have these little shields, I would immediately turn around and see what's happening here, because your Brig and Ashe are fighting. So I would go tend to them like, oh, maybe they need help. Let me see what's going on. And yeah, I think your Brig does die here because your Ashe died and your Brig is probably next. And we're still just healing the tank. As support, you want to take care of your other support because if they're down, you're next. Think of it like that. Like if your other support goes down, you're next because no one else on the team will heal you. They won't cater to heal you. Like they know that they have to protect you, but if the other dedicated support is down and out, you're done. It is over for you and that push for your team. And I think here you probably get deleted by the Sombra Genji duo. Yeah, it was just unfortunate. As soon as you hear that Sombra hack, she's either going for you, your other support, or maybe a squishy DPS. So always try and turn around and have kind of like a little alert system in your head for that. Like, yeah, healing the tank is great. Always you want to try and keep your tank up, but if your other support is out of the fight, there's nothing you can do to keep that push up. It would be very difficult. But yeah, thank you so much for requesting. I really hope that these tips help you. I would say for Juno, the main things that I noticed for you is try to play behind more cover, and whenever I have a Brig on my team, I always expect her to play close to me, or at least have that awareness of, if I'm Juno, I'm the main support, I'm the glue that's keeping everything alive and together on this team, so I kind of expect them to peel for me and I don't have to worry about that. All I have to worry about is keeping the rest of my team up and playing in a good spot so that the Brig doesn't have to go like across the map to go reach me and peel for me and take care of me. So yeah, always be mindful. Look around more on Juno. I always saw you like head on glued to the tank, but your other DPS might need a hand, maybe in healing. You could also peel for them as support because you're able to do both healing and damage. So maybe if your Ashe is fighting, let's say the Genji, for example, you could shoot her torpedoes out and maybe get the Genji to half and help her that way by giving her healing and giving the enemy Genji some damage. But yeah, thank you so much for requesting. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments down below. And I can't wait to get your message of how this helped you ranked up. And yeah, if you guys want a VOD review, make sure to stop by my Twitch at Tokisori, and you can request it for channel points just for hanging out and vibing with chat. It's absolutely free. So yeah, hope to see you guys there. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.